Hi, Tim Bigham for Delta Derivatives, option hedges and edges, powered by the best option scanning tools on the market today, rbtrader.com. And using those RBTrader option scanners, identify a very nice trade on PMCS, PMC Sierra. Saw big, unusual, unrelenting call buying over the past couple weeks. Came out Monday with a takeover deal. The stock moved up about 40%, so very prescient call buying by someone out there in front of the news. Rumors were kind of chattering in front of that, but we saw big volume over actually the course of 2 weeks. So again, using those option scanners over at RBTrader to identify potential kind of inside information that hits the tape. Once it hits the tape, it's no longer inside information, but certainly some informed call buying, to say the least. And speaking about informed, this market is informed to the upside, unrelenting as well. We're seeing a market that just really won't back down, and certainly post, the jobs number, which came in very weak. We have seen really nothing but a straight up kind of rally. Saw some pretty good price action in front of last week's jobs number, but this week saw a little pullback yesterday, but today again ripping higher as we're seeing some news out of China, seeing gas prices higher, which is actually fueling the oil stocks, right? Which kind of counterintuitively, all it took was higher gasoline prices and worse jobs to make this market rip higher. So we also saw the IMF come out yesterday and actually tool down their growth forecast worldwide. So we're seeing, definitely slowing growth worldwide, but the market now ripping higher as no one's looking for any, Fed rate increase, certainly this year, put off next year at the earliest. I think it's everyone's kind of pervasive opinion. And again, anyone who looks at it from a fundamental standpoint, we're going to have a earnings recession if we have earnings down this quarter as well. Projections are perhaps earnings to be, flat to slightly lower. Everyone's talking you pull out oil and, it'll be better. No one talked about pulling out oil when earnings were a positive effect from big oil, but when they're negative, everyone likes to say, well, blame it on oil. But certainly this market is getting, again, a little pricey on a price to sales basis. Certainly we're pushing towards all-time highs, and even on a PE basis. So it'll be interesting to see what happens during earnings season here. And companies with stock buybacks feeling kind of that, PE, if you will, manipulation. We're seeing that stock buybacks are starting to slow down appreciably simply because companies have flipped to, a bigger, debt to equity ratio. Apple actually being one of them, putting on a decent amount of debt, those, big bond issuances, using that to fuel the stock buyback. At some point, that will start to slow down, and we're seeing that point as well. So until next week, this is Tim Bigham, and as always, in this kind of market environment, keep those position sizes in place and those stops going. Take care.